Hiya, pissed off discussioner here. Yes, that's right. I'm a bit pissed off. And why, you might ask? Why would I, someone who's generally pretty calm and rational, be agitated? Well, have you ever heard of a website called bibliocality.com? More specifically, forums? Yes, well, I was kind of interested in the whole biblical contradictions thing, especially from Prof Myth's videos. He pointed out a couple really good ones, and of course I'm not just going to sit there and repost these and then not check back on them. What I'm going to do is try to find as many of the answers to these contradictions as I can and see how valid they are. And I happened to come upon a website called Bibliocality, and I happened to come across their forums, which had a whole thread about this, and some guy giving contradictions about the Gospels, and another guy trying to refute it. And I thought I would put in my 2 cents, so I registered Honest Discussioner, because that's what I pretty much use for all things religion-oriented. And you have to answer a bunch of questions, 19 of them to start off, actually. And they're very long-worded. I mean, you've got the basic stuff. Do you trust and believe in Jesus Christ? Do you believe the Son of Man will return for and reign with an iron rod for the last 1,000 years? I have heard of that one before. Once saved, always saved. And there's yes, no, or not sure for all of these. Is baptism important? Now, the last, there's also, what is your primary work or gift from the church? So here's all the different ones you can pick from. Apostle for a region of churches, elder of a locality, elder of a meeting place, shepherd and teacher, gifted with the word of wisdom, gifted with the word of knowledge, which, whatever, healer, miracle worker, prophet, gifted with discerning the spirits, evangelist, speaking in tongues, interpreting tongues, deacon, gifted with the Spirit, gifted with the faith, and of course the last one, according to the Bible, I'm going to hell. I really don't know what some of the Christians I know in my family would go under this, but yeah. And then you've got the last one, clarifying your beliefs. Where do you differ on any points, and what is the reason? Please be specific. Feel free to describe your religion or worldview with candor. And you have a 2400 2400 character spacing limit. And so I registered, and they put me through a day later, which I was upset I couldn't respond at that moment, but I understand. And I was busy when I was able to, and I got an email last night with my message on this. This is what I wrote. I said, I pretty much differ on all points due to the lack of evidence for validity, presence of better explanations, philosophical contradictions, evidence that lacking belief in God is actually better for society, creationists, understanding the brain and how it shows we don't really have free will, and that the majority of theists I talk to usually require circular reasoning to get anywhere. See my Faith Equals Closed-Mindedness video for a little bit of information on that. And no argument for the existence of God has convinced me. And many others, HD at the end. Now, someone responded, and I'm pretty sure this is the owner of the website, or the runner, named Churchwork. Response: self-declaring these things without evidence is dishonest. Feel free to register again honestly. Choose a more appropriate username. So yeah, why is it? People just do not like that I use that name. They don't like to think of atheists as honest in any way, do they? Because pretty much anyone who's disagreed with me in a non-polite tone, I'm not saying everyone, but anyone who has gotten upset with me has immediately jumped to the, oh wow, your screen name doesn't match you. I got that on the videos with Gear Up. Oh, you're more like a dishonest discussioner. I've gotten that from so many people, and they never show me what I did to actually, except when maybe this time they at least gave a reason. But normally they'll just say, oh, you're just the dishonest discussioner. And I'm sure they probably think it's really original too. But if you've had conversations with me, you should probably understand that I take my username very seriously. Now, in this one, I had 2,400 characters. And to put this is something that goes up on your home page. So I didn't really think that they wanted the entirety of my beliefs posted there, especially given that I only had 2,400 characters. I listed the reasons, and there's no way I could go into detail on all of them. And in fact, there's a lot others that I could list. I could go on, as I'm sure many of you can. Now, look, if you want to disagree with me, that's fine. If you want to call me wrong, if you want to call me stupid, if you want to call me irrational, even. But saying that I'm dishonest without any real evidence, and this one I don't think is still being dishonest, because in my bio page I didn't explain everything and give evidence for everything. I would like to know how many of the people give all of their evidences in their bio page, and whether or not all the Christians. I wonder how many Christians give evidence for their claims in there, and whether or not they get booted off. So yes, I should mention I got booted off for this. Before I had even posted a comment. And apparently I'm allowed to register again, but as long as I do so honestly, choose a more appropriate username. Well, I'm going to register again under the same name, and I'm going to give them a nice long 2,400 character response, and it will just discuss exactly what I say. And if they want to continue to, if they want to let me go again, or I'm sorry, kick me off again, they're welcome to do that. But they're just showing that they're really the ones that are being the dishonest, that have dishonesty here. And this just, as Peter Griffin would say, this really grinds my gears, because I go out of my way to be as honest and as fair as I possibly can. And when people accuse me of something that I try very hard not to be, that really gets me. That really irritates me. So, I'll let you know what happens with this. But, yeah, it's a weird website. I'll tell you that much. It's a weird website. Miracle Workers. Have a nice day. Honest Discussioner, out.